foresee any changes coming with the Chinese media in the next 5 to 10 years? Do you think it's going to go through a transformation?
For example, the internet media. So there will be more changes and towards openness and freedom, but there would be no consensus, like there will be no common grounds. I mean, the opinion, the public opinion, the popular opinion is not how to say, unitary, is not homogeneous, and there are conflicts and contradictions in terms of popular public opinion. Right? So the internet would be I think a terrain of a contest. So there are, like I mentioned, there are two types of grassroots movements. So it's kind of ideological contest.
Do you think that even if the internet can act at a grassroots level to be more of a voice for the Chinese citizens, that will actually be effective? From my understanding, and this could be incorrect, that the Chinese government does have some control over the content that the public can see on the internet. So are Chinese officials monitoring what's being said and talked about on the internet, and can they take content off that they don't want on there?
I think the Chinese government, the authorities, they monitor and collect the popular opinion from the internet, and sometimes they may listen to the voices because they want to pursue the good governance, for sure, yeah. And but sometimes they try to monitor the radical, maybe like the movements which are inconsistent with their agendas. Right? So, like for example, the Chinese government they designated as politically sensitive, or the Tibet movements, and the Falun Gong movements, and the pro-democratic Tiananmen movements, right? So they try to, I think that they try to manage those kind of politically sensitive news.
And when you say manage, what do you mean by manage?
Manage means not totally censor. Okay. But to try to selectively censor. Okay. Yeah, but I think the list of censorship is short, not a long list. Okay. Yeah. Also, it's contingent, and it's depend on whether the events would endanger China's social stability. Okay. Yeah, it's contingent. Yeah.
And do you think they're concerned about social stability for the sake of the citizen or for the sake of their power?
I think both. Both? Yeah. So first of all, they try to maintain their power. And but to maintain power is not just use of force. Right? Of course. You must improve people's living standard. Right? You must use good governance. Right? So power is the bottom line, and to maintain your power, it's not just in a forceful way, right? You must meet people's demands, and any power, if you can meet people's demands, and you can satisfy people's life, so you use power for social stability, for social responsibility and service. So this power is welcomed by the people. Otherwise, and so this power will be human rights and freedom of speech cannot be understood in an abstract way. They must be substantialized by linking to people's life. Okay. Right. So, for example, and some Chinese people, they have their relatives living in Canada, and they want to visit Canada to see their families here, but they are not allowed to visit Canada. Their visa are rejected. Can you just explain this situation by using the human rights concepts? Of course not, right? Because Canada is advocating human rights, right? But you, at the same time, you reject people's basic needs, like to visit their families here, because you worry about their illegal stay here, right? But actually, most of the situations, they have no intention to stay here illegally, but they were rejected. So, in this way, how can you convince them the importance of human rights, right? So, of course, they must experience their personal life and to know what is right, what is wrong. And the Chinese government, even it's arbitrary and authoritarian, it has made efforts to improve people's life. And so the people, they support the government to some extent, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and also the stability, right? So no one want a country to be chaotic and to be in disorder, right? So because in disorder and in chaotic society, only the ordinary people, they are, how to say, negatively affected, right? Because you will have no guarantee of food, housing, and safety.
Okay.
Right?